Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial. We're back with another video with some stock trades in review, as well as what I'm going to be looking to accomplish today is to really highlight the importance of maintaining appropriate balances when you are trading, in particular options trading. You need to make sure that you are ensuring proper patience when you're evaluating plays. I'm going to heavily encourage you to keep cash on hand for when dips occur, as well as the capability to make sure that you are getting in and out of plays for free so that you are able to utilize a set trading pattern and maintain cash balance and lock in profits without day trading. As you can see across the top of my screen, I am currently being told if you execute one more round trip order within the next 5 business days, this account could be flagged as a pattern day trader. This is the same as on Robinhood, and this is the same on ThinkOrSwim, which is TD Ameritrade's platform. What this means is that I have bought and sold a option or stock within the same trading day, so between the hours of 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time and 4 p.m. Eastern Time. As you can see, I am still making a lot of trades despite the fact that this occurred. You can see here on the screen, yesterday we had the big sell-off that you saw here. I was down about 13% or 12% at market close. You can see the account value from Monday, which was Labor Day, dropped down to 2,400. However, we had a monster comeback today. We're up 24% in a single day, and this is without any of my long-term stocks exploding. This was option side, and this is why I'm going to continue to reinforce why you are capable of continuing to play options despite the fact that you may not consider yourself a quote-unquote day trader. What I'm going to highlight using this information is draw your attention to the top left of our screen where it shows the account value, the options buying power, and the stock buying power. The option buying power as well as the stock buying power are both useful for margin trading. I personally don't use margin, and the reasoning for that is because I am scared of it, and I recognize that it is a drug that once you start taking, it is very difficult to get off of it. When you feel like you're playing with other people's money, you can spend other people's money, and then you're the one who gets caught holding that debt. So it's not very often that I actually play that, and I instead will maintain my cash balance. So this is a $3,000 in cash. The reason for that, and it's more so a dollar amount for me personally rather than the actual account balance, is I like the capability to be able to hear a play, see a play, and be able to utilize the platform here. Most of the plays that I get are from Warrior Trading's channel or the Trading Fraternity, and both of those are available here on YouTube, so feel free to search them up. I also use Twitter very, very often, and I'll just have some notifications readily made available to where it'll highlight on my phone or on my computer screen to allow me to go and get that news. What I'm highlighting here is out of this $3,000 balance, I actually, if we go over to the right hand side of the screen, you can see some of the account liquidity or the net liquidity for these positions that we've held. I would highlight that the bulk of this portfolio is made up of Pfizer shares, FTAI shares, and Bank of America shares. And those three holdings alone, which there are no options included there, is $2,655. So out of my $3,000 portfolio that I currently hold $317 in cash, the bulk of that is currently being held up by explicitly shares. So if everything else crashes, I still have equity, and this is super important because your options can go to zero, and in the case of credit spreads, they can actually take money away from you. You will be required to pay that up on the collateral side, and that's generally the only time you'll see me using my margin capabilities is those tier 2 trades. The reason that I like to maintain my cash balance is to be able to take care of trades like I did Stitch Fix yesterday, where for some reason I don't even know what the case was, but yesterday Stitch Fix just rocketed up, and I purchased a call option and immediately sold one farther out the money, and I locked in the spread that you see here, where under a worst case scenario I am able to only profit $35, where if this ends on Friday, I will profit $85. So what I like to do is this spread right here, where you buy an option, follow the momentum, and sell one farther out of the money. What this does is it allows me to get my cash back. So I paid for this one, the trade price, I paid $95, and then someone paid me $131 for an option farther out of the money. So you can see here this $28.50 and then the 28. I use this strategy a lot because A, it prevents day trading, and B, it puts money back in my profit. And I don't have to worry if the stock goes up or down, because if it ends down here, I still made $35. And if it ends anywhere north of $28, then I'm going to have more money, even though it does cap my profitability. These are swing trades, momentum trades, sometimes day trades. And what we're looking at is making sure that we have the capability to effectively maintain a cash balance. Again, I have not hit the trade yet that has changed my $300 into $30,000. I don't know if I ever will, but I do like the fact that, as you saw from the other page, we are consistently getting gross income. And you can see right here that we do have some pretty big days, and this is not a small or immaterial amount for this account. Rather, what we're doing is we're waiting and we're being very thoughtful, but making sure we grab the profits. The reason for that is because the market is very erratic right now, and you can see that in the middle of your screen with the SPY chart. Again, we're going up, down, up, down. If we take this over 2 weeks, that even gets more volatile. So as we continue to see this volatility, we want to be able to take our profits and not worry about it. One of the key leaders in this, and one where I made a lot of money today, the bulk of it was Tesla. And I know that 90% of the people who watch these videos have engaged with Tesla in some form or fashion. What I'm looking at here was the capability to ride one of these momentum changes. So I actually purchased my Tesla call option right here about 3:30 off this red candle. And what you saw is it go down a little bit, go down a little bit. I was down about $15 at one point, and then we had this big shoot up. Off this shoot up right here, I was able to sell the 381 call option. The reason that I sold 381 instead of what I was looking at 383, and just to kind of showcase how that can be beneficial, is by selling a call option that is farther away from your current spread. So for 382 and the one that I have right now, let's say that this is 625, then my max profit is 263 that you see here, where if all things being equal, I changed that to 385, then you can see that my max profit is 488. So the reasoning for that is because the wider the spread, the less that they're going to be taking from you for that contract value. However, what actually ended up happening is I just got the one that would put the most cash back into my balance. So I put 800, which means under a worst case scenario, as you can see here, I profit $228. That's if the stock price on Friday lands anywhere below 280 realistically. What I'm really going to be looking to do is flip this tomorrow, because as you can see by the blue line on this screen right here, Tesla trades at a very high premium because they're very volatile. You can see that they're trading kind of all over the place in overnight trading. What I'm looking to do is flip this tomorrow, especially if they open up. Even today, Tesla did open up like 7%. They shot up as high as 10% at one point, and this appears to be where they finished the day. What I'm looking at doing is flipping this, particularly if they're anywhere on the right hand side. But if I can flip this for around the current profit that I'm at of around 350, 360, then what I'll do is I'll take that cash and put it directly into my cash balance. I'd like to see this kind of surpass the 3,000 mark tomorrow and kind of hold steady. I'd also like to get rid of some of these other spreads just to have some of that volatility die down. If we open tomorrow, particularly on the SPY, flat, then that's going to be the best thing for our spread contracts. The reason for that is because that's going to kill the volatility, because the two things that determine the pricing on these is going to be volatility as well as time. And I think that we're going to set ourselves up nicely by following a low volatility day and be able to get out or buy back or sell back our different spreads, build up our cash balance, and buy some more long-term shares. As you can see, I've got 50 shares of FTAI, I've got 40 shares of Pfizer, and 15 shares of Bank of America. I'd really like to build these positions so I can sell those covered calls. So the goal, in recap, is to make sure that you're balancing your options as well as your long-term shares, but also very important, make sure you have those cash balances so that you can take advantage of plays out there. The second thing I want to highlight is you can use options to take advantage of some of the swing trading and volatility, but that does not mean that you should bet money that you can't afford to lose and you aren't okay with losing. Make sure that you're maintaining that cash balance and that you're not betting your life savings away. The last thing that I would highlight is make sure that you're not just buying options, but that you're purchasing shares, in particular shares that are going to continue to grow. If you follow all these steps, I guarantee that you'll find that account balance continues to go up. And if you gamble it away, then you may hit a big one, but you're also pretty likely going to lose a lot as well. So I hope you all found this video helpful. Please let me know any plays that you may have in the comments below. And if you found this content helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks, everyone.